Hey y'all, I just wanted to hop on here. I filmed this the other day and the location was real windy, so I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear anything on that video, so I'm just going to film it now. I asked questions over on my Instagram and here on YouTube for some questions for this Q&A. So, yeah, I think I'm only going to get to like 3 of them because they are really in-depth, so yeah. So, the first one was about my knowledge in so many different areas, and how my knowledge could be beneficial to others. If you don't know, I'm a mom of 4. I've had 2 hospital births, 2 unassisted home births. I'm a certified doula. By the way, I'm in my greenhouse, if you're wondering what I'm doing, or where I'm at. But I guess technically it's not mine, but, you know, we're growing in here. Anyways, totally sidetracked. I realized that the vent system was right here. So that's kind of a weird background. But, so, I'm a certified doula. I studied herbalism and permaculture. And, I mean, I just know a lot of things. I know that sounds super egotistical. I just realized as I was saying that, but I really do. I'm a jack of all trades, or Julie of all trades is what I like to say, because I just think knowledge is power. And so learning about all sorts of different subjects is super important to me. And being able to be self-sufficient is also super important to me. So I've taught myself and utilized the internet to really learn about a lot of different things. So I'm self-taught in pretty much everything that I've learned. And so yeah, microbiome, microbiology, herbalism, permaculture. I love to sew and crochet and garden and hunt and fish and agate hunting and just exploring and hiking. And yeah, I love to work with wood. I love to carve spoons. I love to, you know, just make and create and provide and learn new things. So I guess my knowledge, like in certain areas, could be beneficial. It just depends on what you're looking for. I'm also a photographer, and I've been a photographer for 13 years. I'm also a model. So like I have a lot of insight on a lot of different subjects. And I mean, if you have questions about one specific area, I could definitely help you. I'm not sure if like putting it on here would be helpful or what, but if you have a specific question on anything that I just touched on, or really anything else, because I'm sure there's a lot of things I'm leaving out, that I've learned or at least have tried. And so, yeah. The other one was about our travels and our endeavors that we just did. So if you don't know, I bought a 31-foot Class C motorhome, and we went full-time traveling around 27 states within 10 months. And I wish, looking back now, that I would have vlogged it and I would have had more video, but at the time my video cameras had taken a pooey, and so it would have all been on my old phone, which also just took a pooey like 2 weeks ago. So I don't have really anything except for what's on my hard drive and what's from my camera. I did work while being on the road. As I just said, I'm a photographer and a model, so I worked while being on the road. 27 states. It was super eye-opening, I would say. My hopes was to travel the country and find where we want to settle down and buy land and have a homestead because of the war that's going on. And I first saw it like 5 years ago, everything that's going on. And so yeah, we were just trying to find land and quickly realized that there's no other state like Oregon, and for growing and nature wise and being able to be self-sufficient off grid. And so we came back to Oregon, and it's kind of been a little bit of a shit show since we've been back here, I'm not gonna lie. Things have been really hard. It's been real rainy and gross since we've been here. Today was really nice, but I like caught a cold and I feel like crap right now. But I love some parts of Washington. Loved Montana, northern Idaho, Wyoming. I loved part of Colorado. I loved Texas. Absolutely hated it. I was there for 2.5 months altogether, not all at once. Went through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. We stayed in Florida for 4.5 months. There's a lot of places there that I really loved. So if you have any specific questions on like certain areas or like states in general, I think that would be more helpful to like tone it down and not be so broad and such a vague question, because we did a lot. We did a lot. The Grand Canyon, Garden of the Gods, the Tetons, Yellowstone, Picayune, down the Everglades in Florida. You know, I don't know, we did a lot. And my brain is just like, I don't even know. There's so much that we did and explored and saw. And so, like, that's just, like, a really broad question. But I will tell you right now that foraging and being able to provide is really hard in a lot of states. You know, just dry desert. I was all around Texas. There's, you know, the reason why they have freedoms there is probably because there's nothing for them to do, because it's literally just dry. Their animals are like this big. You know, their deer are real small and mangy and just gross. I would never want to shoot a Texas deer. But, I mean, that's just my own opinion. I grew up in a place that is super abundant, and I was very spoiled growing up in such a beautiful place. And, yeah, it's cold, but it's very moderate. Like, winters are really moderate, and summer is really moderate. I personally like the warmth, so if you go in a little inland, then you get the warmth, you know what I mean? But yeah. I also got another question about meeting Allie Brown. If you don't know, I'm super into journaling for mental health and depression, and journaling for documentation and all of that sort of stuff, as well as I plan a lot. My memory loss with my cancer has just been a real nightmare, and I can't even remember what I did yesterday. That's how bad it is. And so I write everything down. I journal every night for my kids, and in like these little journals. I can show y'all if you guys are interested in seeing like journal setups and planners and all that sort of stuff, because I have a lot, and I'm like an advocate for mental health, and yeah, I've been through a lot, and so like just working through those things and healing those things is super important. But yes, I met Allie Brown. She's been a huge inspiration of mine for many, many years. And so being able to meet her in person, she's super talented. She is so sweet. She is just like, she is a really sweet person, and she's just like she is online. She's huge into like journaling and, you know, creative journaling and documentation as well. And she has like really good like art journaling tips and stuff, and she's just super authentic, and I love her. She is like the best human being. So I got to meet her in Texas, and that was probably the best experience that I had in Texas. It was super surreal, and it was super awesome. Yeah, so yeah. I also got a question of what's coming up next and what's been going on since we've been in Oregon. We've been here for, I think we're going on a month now. And what's been going on is my mental health took a little bit of a plunge. If you don't know, I have weather depression, severe weather depression, and living in a tiny house makes it even harder. Because it's raining, you're stuck in a tiny house with kids. You know, I homeschool, and I mean, just being in that confined space, and then not a lot of natural light when it's dark outside, you know. And the RV park I'm at right now is all trees, so it's dark even when it's sunny outside. And so that kind of has been hard, but we are able to go to his mom's. He's staying at his mom's right now. We're able to come to his mom's and use the hot tub and garden, and the kids can jump on the trampoline and have like more space. So we are planting in here, and just, you know, providing before we get our property. We've been in cahoots with lenders and real estate agents, and we have about 7 properties that we need to go look at, but 4 of them are like our dream properties. 2 of them are in the perfect spot. One of them has more acres than the other, and also one of them has a already built house on the property. One of the other one that doesn't have a house has a shop. But they all have like everything that we need, from land to backed up to BLM to having the ability to have a well septic and be off grid. They all have either a pond or a river running through it. Like we are pretty specific on what we want. And it's really easy to do that, I feel like, with the area that we're looking in is the same area that we go hunting and fishing in, and so we know that area like the back of our hands, and so we don't even technically need to go look at these places because we drive by them all the time. But it'll be good to like go on the property and take drone footage and know the exact zoning and the exact demographics, basically, with like where the hills are, where it would be best to like put animals, and like just kind of vision everything, because we are going to be building a shop house or like some sort of structure. That way we have a bigger place to stay in, and each of the kids have their own room, and I have my own room, and just everything like that. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. We've been super busy with filling out applications and everything. We just got Jadalyn into dance class. She has been asking for years to be in ballet class, and so we finally, like, right when COVID hit is when we were going to put her in, because she turned 4, or I guess wow. I don't know, it's been a few years. Maybe she was turning 3. I'm not sure, but I remember we were going to put her in, and then COVID hit, so then we got reimbursed for that class, and then they didn't have class again, or they were like forcing them to wear masks, and we're against that, so that was a big no. And so this year they are not making them wear masks, and so she actually starts tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll show clips of that, but we'll see. But yeah, she has her first class tomorrow. It's super exciting. We do have to drive an hour and 30 minutes to get there every Wednesday, but it will be worth it, I feel like. Something that she's super interested in, and I'm thinking of getting a membership to the trampoline park as well for Jordan and Jace. That way when she's at dance class, they can either be in gymnastics or at the jumping place to get energy out and stuff. Jordan is super into like demolition, like running down the sand hill and just colliding into the sand is like her favorite thing. Collision is just like her jam. I don't know why. So she loves the trampoline park, and it's really good for her. She has like, there's like silks there, and obviously the foam balls and everything that they can like jump into and everything. So that's another update. When I was filming the last Q&A, I chopped the top of my finger off, because after I filmed that, I decided I was going to carve a spoon while he was shooting his bow, and the kids were, running down the hill on their sand sleds and colliding, whatever. Just having a blast and getting some energy out on Sunday, and I decided I was going to carve some spoons, and I chopped the top of my thumb off, and I can't show that because it doesn't allow you to show blood on here anymore, but yeah, I chopped the top of my thumb off. I do not go to Western medicine anymore, so I kind of just sewed it myself. It got a little bit of infected, so I took the string out, or I felt like it was trying to get infected, so I took the string out, and then I just put a couple band-aids on it, put colloidal silver on it, and lavender and stuff, and it's been fine. I do, like, somehow, for some reason, subconsciously, I'm like, don't hit it, and then I just, like, hit it everywhere, so that's great. I've been super busy with photography this weekend. I have a ton of shoots, and I'm really excited for those. And I'm excited for what's to come with these vlogs, because there's going to be a lot of like buying land and going checking out land and building our homestead and building our house and just everything. It's going to be a lot of fun to come, and I'm really excited. So if you're not already, please consider subscribing and hit like if you like this video and comment below if you have any more questions for me to cover. I know I covered only a few, but like I didn't really get that many. I haven't been on here in a grip, so I don't think that people are like super interested. But if you have any questions, me specifying on anything in general, just message me on Instagram or comment down below on this video. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye guys.